And Retro Dawn, our time. Here we go. Let me see. I do have to work on a couple of emotes, but we're probably gonna work on one right now. That's the time we have, I think. The one emote that we will be working on, I think we already have at least partially done. Let's see my commissions here, and so this is one of the commissions that I had. This is just a sketch that I did the other day super quickly for a BarbDed. But the idea also was to make it with a different character. So Barb was also saying that he already has a lot of barbs. So he was like, maybe we can include a different character. So the character that we are going to include, and I'm going to download a picture for reference for that character, is Olaf from Advance Wars. Because Advance Wars is coming back. So we might need to copy this image just for the color scheme of the character. Why did you draw Dead Lenin? Because. So we need Olaf here just for color reference, I think. So yeah. Yeah, we had the BarbDed, and the idea is maybe we can make both, I think. It's not too bad if we make both. The idea for it is to be visible, obviously. So something like this will work kind of better if it's like laying like this. I think this is much better. The face should be a little bit bigger, maybe. So we can have something like this will be much more visible as an emote. I think this is a good... yeah, that's a good one. And yeah, let's start working, chat. Let's start working on the emote. Let me move this like this, just to mirror it, so it's easier for me to work on, since I am right-handed. But yeah. It's gonna be this, but it's gonna be with Olaf. With this character of Olaf. So that shouldn't be too bad if we start sketching right now. Let me start sketching. We can finally unlurk just in time for the art stream. Yes, that is true. So how is Olaf face? Is essentially something like this. So we can use that one as a template for what we're gonna do, and we might finish the BarbDed anyways at some point. But yeah, the eyes there are good. I like the eyes there. So let's do something like this. Maybe much better. And then this goes here, and that's where the face goes. Essentially, remove this part. That's how his beard looks like, I think. The nose goes here, right? And it's like a round nose. So it's something like this. And then the mustache is just two triangles, like here and here. So that's his beard. I mean, his mustache. Is it together? Yeah, it goes together. Okay, that's simple. And then, okay, so this one has to be way bigger. Gotcha. Maybe it goes even bigger. So we want it to be visible as an emote, right? So the bigger the better for that. And then these two triangles should also be bigger. Something like this. Then from his nose, which is right here, we have like a thing here, and this is where the beard comes. Also a big triangle, I feel like. And then from there is the head. Okay. Yeah, something like this is much better. Okay. And then it goes here, and then it goes there to the face. You missed what emote is this? It's a dead emote. It's a dead emote for Barb. So, but he wants the character of Olaf from Advance Wars. Problem is, like, I think we're gonna make it way too big. So Let's make it a little bit smaller. So we can then later we can get closer to it. Let me get rid of this. This is the character of Olaf from Advance Wars, and gonna use this as a reference. It's just like a circular beard. It should be longer, but we're gonna make it shorter so it fits the emote size. I think it should be much longer, but you know, it should be something like this. I'm gonna make this little change here so it looks a little bit better on the side. He's got like the thick eyebrows too, right? But he's dead, so we're just gonna do 2 blocks there. His eyes should be like thicker excess because they're gonna be smaller, so you need to make them more visible. So something like this is fine. Problem is it's still too big. We kind of want to get some detail there if we can, just a little bit of more detail. This goes up to the eyebrows. This goes up to almost the eyebrows. It's fine. This goes way longer here. It goes like here. So okay, and something like this. Right, something like this, chat. I think. Then the hat is just straight. And it's like a... What do you call those hats? The Russian hats? I always forget. I always forget about those hats. It should be something like this. This should be in the middle. Ushanka. Ushanka. Okay. Thank you very much, Jaggy. Does Krita have some any most of Photoshop functionalities? I know it's not Photoshop, but you're shopping for something that is a free and good substitute for Photoshop. What do you mean? What do you want? I mean, not what do you mean, but what do you want? In particular, Noodle. So I see if I can, you know, if it does or doesn't. What exactly are you looking for? Is what I want to say. We don't need this. This is filler. And then from here, we can take all of those spaces like this. A bit of that. You know. I wonder if we can push the nose a little bit higher. Something like this that looks a little bit thicker, more like Santa, because he's like Advanced War Santa, right? And something like this, make it look a little bit better. We're gonna start adding our own style to it, I think, at some point. He's got a little bit of hair down here that I like. It's like a, there you go. So he's dead, and all of the thing, like his cape or whatever, like his coat, comes here, right? But he's supposed to be dead. This shouldn't be too complex, I think. This is his big belly. He's got like a sash there. There's a big button. A little bit of detail. We don't need too much more there. And this is just his coat. Blending, background removal, object removal. Not to that extent. It does have some of those functionalities, but probably not to the degree that you need it. Probably not. You do have some plugins that you can add to it, and they will do stuff like that. But yeah, probably not to that degree. Because it's mostly for you to paint and less for you to edit pictures. You know, Photoshop is more like edit pictures, as people just use it for drawing and all that stuff, right? But yeah. How's the game? The game was fine. The game was fine. It was fun. It was a short little game. Not amazing, not too bad. You know? I think this is okay. This is enough for us. Then we do the thing. So you finished it? Yes, I did. I did finish the game. Yep. That is done now. We completed Curse of the Moon 1. This should be a quick sketch. What do you think of the sketch, chat? What do you guys think? It's gonna have well, I mean, we can do it here, I think. I guess it's 56%. It's gonna have like the little, you know, like the coffin kind of thing here. Maybe like this. So this is gonna be the coffin. What do you guys think? Looks super good. I think it's a decent sketch. I think we can work with it. Right? Where is my music? Oh, here it is. I think it's a decent sketch and we can work with it, I think. Guys, if you have any question about the whole process or anything, just let me know. Please ask. That's okay. Now let's see what we can do. No, not here. Yeah. We need thicker lines because we want these things to be visible. So... right? It's kind of okay. I'm so dang fast. I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if that's a good thing. Fuck. Because the idea is also to make it, like, make a good thing, right? Better. I kind of like the idea of the nose being a little tilted up like that. If we can manage to have a nose like that, I think it's much better. Yeah, that looks better now. I'm happier with that nose now than I was before. I think we can cut it a little bit short here. And this should work. Alright. It's gonna go straight to the hat. Can it? Can he go straight to the hat? Yeah. Huh. Let's make the eyebrows. So the eyebrows are basically big cubes because that'd be big squares. Essentially. Like, we're not gonna be too squared with it, but they're just like thick eyebrows. Thick eyebrows. They should be good like that. They're thick. Now let me see the hat. There you go. Okay. Much better. This guy's quite thick. Yeah, the guy is it's thick. You're not wrong, Ree. So this part is a little tricky because we want it to be with thicker lines because the contrast of colors is going to be a thing at some point. So we kind of want that to happen and this to go like this because that's part of the hat, I think. And I think also it has something like this, which is part of the hat. This is the part that is a little tricky. Okay, that's okay. And then it has some of the white thing that comes off the hat, I think. I can do it here too. What has ever been the most difficult emote for whatever reason you've worked on so far? I think the most complex emote that I've ever worked on so far was Tilda Dancy. Tilda Dancy is on a different layer. It's on a different league than any of the other emotes I've ever made.
And bang, up the butt.
Classes over Tilda 1 browse art stream hype. Tilda 1 Dancy.
Yeah, Tilda Dancy is ridiculously complex. Like, the animation is super complex and there's so many frames and there's so many things that I had to consider when I was doing when I was working on Tilda Dancy. So yeah, that one for sure, by far. By far, yeah.
Victory means nothing. The fight is everything.
Tilda is so complicated. Thank you for the 20 bits, Snap. Thank you so much. What are those random sounds? Shut up. Kind of want the beard to go like this, and that would be better if we just cut it from the thing. Much better. In a mysterious way. Also, welcome back, Tilda. Welcome back. Hope your class was good. Hope you had fun. You feel like you're getting very bad at Spanish? I'm pretty sure that's not true. I am pretty sure that's not true, Tilda. I want this line to be thicker than the rest, and this line, maybe this line can go like actually like this in this order. Gracias, Ri, por el minuto de español. Ri, ¿tienes alguna pregunta? ¿Algo que quieras saber en español? ¿O simplemente quieres que yo hable en español por un minuto? Tú me puedes decir tranquilamente, no te preocupes. ¿Qué prefieres? Vamos a tener un botón así más o menos. Necesito arreglar las cosas relacionadas con la laptop. ¿Qué pasó con la laptop, Nap? pasó la laptop? Solamente que hables, vale, gracias, Ri. Pues eso. Yo creo que lo mejor aquí es trazar esta línea más delgada. Porque de esta manera esto no se va a ver, ¿sabes? Esta parte del personaje no la vamos a ver. La barriga. El tipo es bastante barrigón. Y de aquí sale ya la parte del abrigo. Y el abrigo, como es peludo, porque man es como de la nieve o yo no sé, o ruso, una cosa así. Después lleva cierto peludito. Macarena. Hazle a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena. Shoryuken. No, estas líneas me gustaron por un culo. So, I'm not happy with these lines either. Maybe if we do something like this, might be a little bit better, I think. There you go. That's a little bit better. Okay. ¿Cuáles son tus expresiones favoritas en español? Depende, Tilda. It depends. Which type of expressions are you looking for? I think it depends a lot on what you want to say. Like, I mean, what type of expression? Meaning, like, in which context or you know what I mean? Like when you're mad or when you're happy or when you're like, I don't know. The ones that I use the most. I don't speak Spanish anymore too much, unfortunately. But I like, you know, I know a lot of sayings that people will use in at least in Colombian Spanish. Because obviously Latin American Spanish is so fucking big that it's so varied that it's hard to just like sometimes those sayings they will work well in one of the countries and then people from another country will have no idea what you're talking about. That happens quite a bit in Spanish. I mean, they know the words, they understand the words, they just don't understand the pragmatics of it. It's like, what are you trying to say? Right? So I guess it all depends. Kind of like him to have like a nose like this, I think. I just realized I didn't answer to your question at all. I just didn't. But I would say, okay, so if you want to say, for instance, that so when you want to express some sort of surprise or some sort of frustration as well, like something that I would say equivalent to my fuck me in English would be like me lleva. Me lleva al puta, me lleva, ¿sabes? Me lleva. It's like, it takes me somewhere. So that's one that I would use a lot. Say as an equivalent to me lleva al puta. Something like that, I might say. Don't care too much about the thickness of these lines because it's gonna be black anyway. So yeah. Always tend to forget there's 13 countries, 13 different Spanishes. Yeah, they're pretty different. I mean, you will always understand each other, but you will have to definitely at some point try to normalize the language Because if you go by expressions or by like slang or by like things like that, nah, there is no way. It's so hard to understand. Also, like, there are countries which phonetics are... Like, their phonetics are a little bit different because of a lot of assimilation that they have had of English. And it's more complicated. So if you try to talk to someone from Puerto Rico, for instance, chances are it's going to be a little bit more difficult to understand because either they will have a lot more words in English, or, for instance, their pronunciation of the L sound, of the R sound, it's almost an L, and it's so fucking weird. So if you have a word with an R sound in the middle, I don't know, like a name like Raul, and someone from Puerto Rico will say something like Laul, and it would be like with an L there instead of an R. It's and you're like, what was that? So you will ask them for repeat. You will understand, but it's what? Or Cuban people also. Cuban people have like I would say the Spanish from Central America, in particular from like the people in the Caribbean. It's much more relaxed. So they eat a lot of, you know, phonemes and whatnot, and it is like a little bit more difficult to understand. Alright, so this will be... Don't tell me... I am a fucking idiot. I am a joke. And a clown. I hate myself. This has happened a lot lately, and I don't know why exactly, but it's been happening quite a bit. It's pretty fucking obnoxious. Let me think. Okay, now I need to clean this up. Oh yeah, Dominicans are so difficult to understand because of the phonetics as well. They just vary so much. They just freaking vary so much. It's a little bit more difficult to understand. Absolutely, Vega, you're right. Such song. I've been called hijo de puta about 1,000 times on Counter-Strike. Hijo de puta is a son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Which is funny because I would say that in Spanish, that insult is much more used than it is in like regular everyday English. I'll say people in English do not use that as much. It's more like for movies and whatnot that you hear that, right? I mean, maybe not, but it's not as common as it is in Spanish. Also, we don't say hijo de puta. That's very Spanish from Spain. We say hijo de puta in Colombia. And we just combine the whole 3 words into one, hijo de puta, instead of hijo de puta. It's a very Colombian thing, though. I can guarantee it wasn't even Spanish people saying it. Okay, all right. Let me merge this too. So this is our core, like the base of our character. What do you guys think? Do you like it so far? Do you guys think it's looking good or what? Now let's try to do some base coloring. Let's use the beard first. It should be this, and this. That's our whole beard. Do some of this coloring here. And the head should be white, which is like, okay, whatever. I like this color of... I'm gonna use the same from his belly because I want it to be more recognizable. So I think this will help a lot for people to recognize the character, I think. I'm gonna use that yellow for the button. We are going to use... this is the sash thingy. With this. This is gonna be that. I'm gonna use white for this, white for that. Sorry. White for this, white for that. Aha! The emote is for Barb. He wants a BarbDed. But he doesn't want the Barb character to be the emote this time. Oh, it's looking so good, chat. I like it. Actually like it. For whomst. Actually like it. Let me complete something here so we can do it like very quickly. Give me the black color. Maybe too high up. Maybe too... Something like this is much better. And then he comes like from here like this. Yeah. You're much higher too. Yeah, this. Like he's a little bit... Yeah. I like that. And his coat is like this kind of... What color is that, Chad? Like a greenish kind of color, I think? Something like that. We can remove now the background, and we can use this also for a hat. Yeah. This color should go here and here. Aha! Look at that, Chad. Looking neat. Maybe it's old English. I like it. I think it's gonna be very readable because we're gonna also zoom in, right? It's gonna be like probably this part of the face and whatnot. So it's not the entire body that it's gonna be the emote. I think that's cool. I think it looks good. We could have gone with much more detail and whatnot, but we don't need that. If we start getting more and more detail, like it's not gonna be visible and it's gonna be a mess. So let's not do that now. Since we have our base colors and we have our base lines, we can start adding the detail through shades and lights. So if Minister Gold is here, I hope he enjoys this part. If he's not here, then sorry, Gold. I'm gonna use multiply here. I'm gonna use maybe like 50% or so, and then we can start painting. Let's paint. Chatterino. So we need some sort of shading. Let's start with the chest. And no, let's paint first. Let's paint the details on the spots that we couldn't reach, like this. You see, there's a lot of little spots that you couldn't reach. And again, this is not like a necessary thing to do, particularly for emotes. But I like doing it. I just can't work if I feel like I'm being sloppy or careless like that. It's a personal thing, but I just really don't like that. If people will look at it closely for whatever reason and they're like, oh man, this is so sloppy, or this is so shitty, or you know, this guy is not even like making any effort. I don't like that. I always give my best effort to the things I do, whether they end up being good or not, but that's a different thing. Just give it your all. You know? Go to the corners. Try to take that. This is probably needed. Also here. And here. Whomst is a real meme word. Respect my heritage. Oh, really? Respect my heritage. Gosh. Why did we get so angry now? Alright, now I think we can start shading. So, shading is cool. Shading, I think it's one of my favorite parts. Because the whole, like, remember this drawing, chat. Okay? Remember this drawing. Because you're gonna see how different it is once we finish with the shading and the lights. Well, let us begin. That is not darkened. Oh, wait. What is your opacity in there? 50%. There you go. Right? Will his death be bloody? I don't think so, no. I don't think so. TOS. It's TOS dead. That looks okay to me. Also fine. You know, could be a little bit thicker here. Tilda, thank you so much for the gifts up to Broken Robo. Thank you so much, Tilda. Tilda, the alerts are broken, Robo. We have no idea why, but let me try to reset the session and see if now it's working. But yeah, the alerts have been broken and they broke at some point. We have no idea what the hell happened. They just did. Reproduce the alert yourself? Tilda, thank you so much for the gifts up to Broken Robot. Thank you, Tilda. Thank you very much. No, that's the one for gift subs, yeah. That is the one for gift subs indeed. Thank you, Tilders. Thank you very much. I guess we could do something like this. A little bit of shadow that creates the jacket, right? By the fur. Shouldn't be too much though, because if the light comes from there, from here, then it shouldn't be too much there. Let me see how dark this color is. Make it a little bit darker. It's okay. Stupid question. Is bigger better with joined tablets? I used to have a small one and you think it was okay, but it was like 17 years ago and your memory is bad. I don't think so. I don't think, like... The truth is, you do get more space to work on. And that is fantastic. That is great. The fact that you have more space to work on. But is it like better? It depends on you. It depends on definitely on you. Like in my case, I usually am drawing something like very small, like, you know, in a square shape canvas. So to me, like a smaller one than this one will be the same. Like I don't think I would feel like a whole lot of a difference between those two. I don't think so, no. So it would be fine. But yeah, I don't know why the alerts died. I feel so bad about these things because I can't control them. I don't know if it's Twitch being Twitch or what, but it's been a couple of days and it's becoming a little bit annoying. Bigger is not necessarily better. Thank you. Yes, thank you very much, Ree. That is correct. It applies to many more things in life, by the way, chat. Remember that. Please remember that. Mac. Alright, since the light's coming from down there, so the top of his eyebrows should be, you know, in the shade thingy. This should have a little bit of shade as well. I feel like his beard should have a little bit of that, just because it's where the mustache meets the thing. Yeah, something like that would be fine. Under his mustache for sure, because mustache is also thick. So we need something like that. And it comes from up there, so it goes to the other side. There you go. That's much better. And I think this part, at least this part of the beard, should have all shadow. I don't know if I want to do it like this, but it might be a good idea. Let me try that out. So I don't think I can paint it. Yeah, I can paint it. Can't paint it all. If I can tell that you're presenting your ass at that small a size, that's a good emote. What? Oh, okay. You're talking about Mac. I was like, what are you talking? What did I do with my ass? Okay, not my ass. Just play this wherever. No, man, it's like fuck the alerts thing. That depresses me. That makes me sad. It's very much out of my control, really, but... Aha! I like it. I think this is cool. There's a little bit of this, in fact. Make it too. Yeah, brother. No, but it's not Firebot. I don't have my alerts on Firebot. I have them on Stream Elements. I recently, again, moved to Stream Elements because the new merch shop requires Stream Elements. I mean, doesn't require Stream Elements, but works better with Stream Elements. So I moved there because of the new shop. And it was working perfectly fine. Even today, like, I think bits are working. I don't know, the sub thing is what seems to be kind of broken, kind of busted. So, yeah, no clue, man. No clue. Alright, I like that so far. Let's take the skin. Make it so... Yeah, this is cool. A little bit bigger than that. Cool. It's got like those Santa kind of cheeks. Shading is ASMR for the eyes. Do you think? To me, it's very relaxing. But also, and not only that, but it's also like what makes the drawing pop. You know? Before the shading is very flat. Like, look at this now, and look at this. Look at that difference, chat. So I think that's pretty sweet, like the way it looks. Now. For sure. Very, very cool, right? Very, very cool. I'll keep that like that. Keep that like this. Let's keep working on this one. So this one is it's like an interesting thing because you kind of want to follow that pattern, but you don't want to follow that pattern. You can be a little bit more free than just to follow it perfectly. Then since the colors are too similar, I have to paint manually the whole thing. But yeah, it's okay. Yo, Havo, what's up? Yes, our time. We finished the game that we were playing, and now it is our time because I was a little behind in some commissions. I need to work. No worry, man. It's good to see you. I wonder if we can just like paint this and then like, sorry, what? Like start deleting stuff.
Love the art streams so much. I sadly gotta run but can't wait to see the finished product.
Scrap Hearts, thank you so much for being here. Don't worry about it. You can catch the rest, or you can catch the result at some point. Thank you so much, Scrap Hearts. Thank you very, very much. We can do a little bit of this. This is not gonna be even seen, I think, chat, because I think the coffin is gonna be in the front. So this part is not even gonna be seen at all. Like, this should be all dark, by the way. I think like this so far so good. We can do a little bit of the yellow thing here. Why not? Maybe too much. There you go. And this part also needs some shading. Ah, Scrap Hearts, you are. Stop it. Stop it. Have a good one, man. Have a good one. Thank you for stopping by today. Thank you for being with me on the Bloodstain playthrough as well. Okay, so this should be now decent. Now let's do some highlights. We're gonna use the highlights on the places that we might see at some point, or that, you know, stuff like that. So for instance, something like this might get a little bit of a highlight. This for sure will get a highlight. This will get a highlight. You know, stuff like that. Again, we don't know how big the emote is gonna be, so many of these things are maybe not even be seen, for all we know. Has you been in an art contest again for Dangle anniversary stream? You want to do the second year of the art contest? That'll be fantastic. Now this year, for instance, Gold is practicing. Gold now has some practice under his belt. I don't know if Gold would participate. I don't want to, you know, make Gold commit to something, but just saying. You can't do art, but you hope there is a contest so you can see the submissions. It is, Olaf! Yo, BarbDed, how are you? How is everything? It is Olaf. It is gonna be Olaf Dej. And this was commissioned because of the upcoming release of Advance Wars for the Switch. So that was the idea. The person who commissioned this this piece of art is very excited about that. So am I. Ree was the winner last year. Yeah, that's true. Ree was the winner. That was pretty cool. Last year was really, really cool. It's a really cool contest. I think we're good there. We might use this over there. And you're so excited for Advance Wars too? Nice. Yeah, Advance Wars is one of those games that I hold also very close to my heart. I used to play a lot of Advance Wars with my friends, and we would play like on emulator, multiplayer, and a lot of drama will come out of those games. A lot of drama, because at some point you had to kind of do some treaties with some of your friends that were close to you in order to destroy the other friends, and then and then at the end just like, you know, fight the two one still standing. It was a lot of politics on those multiplayer days. To this day, I have friends that still remember some of those things, and they still like hate each other for that. I mean, they don't hate each other, but they will like call each other out on those things. It's like, oh yeah, I can trust you. If I trust you, you will advance wars my ass again. And it's been like 20 years. And yeah, you know. You have a link for what? You can finally draw something too? Ooh, KK, yes! Yes, let's do it, Tilda. A link for the winners? I can show you, I think. The people who participated last year. I think I could show you. Oh, the link for the thing. Okay. For what Chad made for me last year. That was so cute. Look at this nose. So cute. Cute nose. Like it. Make it like this. It should be good. We don't need that line there. I kind of want to do something like this. For this part. Don't know how to feel about that. Much better. Alright. If it's a meme contest, for sure you're out of the competition. You're not good at meming? Ree? Not a good memer? Give a little bit of shadow to those X so they pop a little bit more when we make it emote size. Should be good. Yo, composer, what's up? How is it going? And I think this should be it for the main lights and everything. I think this should work. Now, is it recognizable, guys? Do we know this character? I think we do because someone just came in and said like, yeah, Advance Wars, it's Olaf. I think Moby just did that, so that's pretty sick. So now we need to complete the emote because this is not the full emote. So yeah, for sure. That's awesome, man. Happy. How's it going, composer? How are you today? We finished this Castlevania inspired game, the one from the Igarashi, the Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, and then we had more time, so I was like, you know what? I'm a little behind. I have to catch up with some commissions, so why don't we work on one of those? Yes, it is Olaf from Advance Wars. The commission is a Dej emote, so I can show you the OG sketch. This is the OG sketch. It was a BarbDed. But Barb said that he would like to have more another character, and since Advance Wars is coming, then we should have like an Advance Wars inspired emote. So it's an Advance Wars Dej. Never played the game, that makes sense? Well, I don't know that. Oh, okay. But you do know. You do know it's from Advance Wars. Now you know. It's could be a Dej emote. Yeah, so we're gonna do, I think that the emote will benefit of something extra, I think. So we can have like thicker lines. Those lines that will go for the outside of the emote, I think. Something like this. But that's too thick. We might have. Still too thick. Something like this would be good. And we can have an extra layer here. And we can have, you know, something like this, so people will know that is like a coffin. I think that works well. Let me get rid of this. And it should be the same for this side. That'll give people the idea of what it is. And we can have an extra line here that will come like that. That's perfect. Yo, Turnips, what is up? You were lurking a bit when you played Bloodstain. You've been composering? Yes! Anything that you can tell us about it? Any spoilers? Chat, can you help me with something? What is this color? Is this color coffin color? Is this okay? Put a giant cannonball hole in its tummy. It wouldn't be bad. Wouldn't be a bad idea. It's a solid coffin brown. Thank you. I'm aware that to make brown, I have to come more or less to this part of the wheel that has like the orange, and then go dark. And I think that's the way I make it. I can make it happen. What are we working on, Turnips? I'll show you. It's a dead emote. We're working on a dead emote. I think we can work on white. It's chocolate. Chocoreto. Now the funny thing is, chat, I think I might have to just cut this out and take it somewhere else because I said I don't want it to be on top of the drawing. That has to be behind the drawing, like here, so we can paint. Right? I think that's much better. We just add a layer, and I guess we can add a darker tone of this here. There you go. Isn't that much better? I think this works okay. I think that's fine. We can have an extra layer of let me see. Okay, yeah. We can have an extra layer of like light here. I think that will make a little bit of sense. And that's it. In order to make it a more readable emote, I think we need to zoom in more on the face, probably. But yeah, you're working on a funk band groove, like something from God of Rock's later content update. Oh, you may work on it and stream tomorrow? Nice. Do you stream today, Composer? Do you stream today? Chat, if you are not, you probably are, because we have rated Composer, but if you haven't followed yet Composer, you just better go right now. You don't even have to go. You don't have to leave. You have now a pop-up on your chat. You can just click on it and follow Composer, and you won't regret it. Composer is a fantastic streamer, but also Composer makes really cool music. So if you like music, but you also like video games, you should definitely check out Composer. Great, super cool, and he's really welcoming, and he's such a good guy. Chat. Hashtag ad. You're gonna stream today, but you had an impromptu visit from a father-in-law. Okay, let's lunch, then work meeting, friends coming over. Okay, that's life in the way. Gotcha. Hey, but you know what? If you have a stream day tomorrow, we might be able to also rate you. So that'll be cool. Absolutely. We're supposed to leave? No. You're supposed to stay, but you can follow Composer from here. That's the advantage of being here. You can do that too. Don't go. I have nothing without you. A little bit of white there. A bit of white there. No one will notice that except me, and I'm okay with that. You know, you end up adding a lot of little things that no one will ever notice, but you care about. That's kind of the thing, right? It's like, I care about it. I don't care if people are going to zoom in and see that I actually took the care, like the time to calm down here, like color every single pixel and not leave anything. Like, no, I just do that for myself. But, you know, it's one of those things, I think. You too can make regrettable life decisions without leaving the comfort of this chat. Just click on the link above. Click on it. 100% get that. Fixate so much on minor details in the music that no one else will ever notice. It is. I think the one person who notices at some point will make you very happy as well. Exactly, like a point of pride. Yeah, absolutely. You gonna tell Mike you picked a brown? Who picked a brown? Tilda picked a brown? Oh, Ree picked a brown. Alright, let's try to make this an emote. And let's see how it works. What do you guys say? See if we can make... I'm sorry for the flashbang there. But, you know, do be like that. Already emotes, commissions, where's Orb, and Dead, and Edge. Let's try to make this an emote. Shall we? I think that the important things of these emotes. I think this is enough detail for us to make it into a emote. And this will be readable and this will be fine. What do you guys think? Like, if we're looking at this... It is readable, right? I'm not crazy, am I? This PC. Okay, let me go here. But this should be good. Let's save this as emote size and let's test it. Because we need to test it. Let's do this in 300 pixels, so... Alright, now we need to test this, chat. It looks great. Let me go and test it, and I'll show you how it looks. The best way of testing these things is by uploading it yourself, without uploading it. Just like, you go to the test page, try to upload, and when you're there, you're gonna see a preview. And that is kind of like the best way of doing it. I think it's readable. To me, it's readable. Let me show you, chat. So this is how it would look like. I know it's pixel for you, like pixelated and whatnot, but you can clearly tell that the eyes are X's and he's kind of dead. There is another screenshot that I can take for you, which is this one. I can come here and show you. What do you guys think? Let us look at the single dingle tails. Little details add up, they make the picture more complete and full. Yeah, but sometimes you don't want that in an emote. That's the problem. Like, my problem, the thing that I struggle the most is because I try to add details, I end up fucking up the emote. Because it's great for, like, a big picture, it's terrible as an emote. I can show you a good example of that. I can show you a great example of that. There is an emote that I was working on for the longest time. I couldn't make it work as an emote. It's in part because of the design of the character, but in part because of my own incompetence. I can show you right now. There are at least 20 versions of this emote, and none of them work. I want to show you a couple of those. I'm not going to show you all of them, but... You made this with mouse or tablet? With the mouse. No, sorry, with the tablet. So this character is the grave robber from Darkest Dungeon. And the idea was to have like a lewd emote of her like either biting her lip or like, you know, with a finger like in her mouth or whatever. Obviously this is more exaggerated and worse than it will be like if I was doing the piece. I was trying to do that for the emote. Still doesn't work very well as an emote. And it's because of the colors of the character, because the characters have no eyes. So it's even harder to convey any kind of feeling there. And because of my own incompetence, I just couldn't make it work. But yeah, this is a good example of an emote that I just could never make work. Never could. And if you go as an emote, like what you see here is a blur. Like you will have to go... Yeah, so for instance, this one is one of the last versions where like you can see, I can show you the first, I think the first part of the first art I had. Where is that? Well, it was much I can find it, but it was much more complex. It was like very much in the style of Darkest Dungeon, and like this one has some shading that is different. You see, has some grain to it, and has some shading that is more akin to Darkest Dungeon art. Towards the end, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to simplify it as much as I can, and I think this is one of the latest designs where it was like as simplified as I possibly could, still communicating that it is the grave robber from Darkest Dungeon. But loot stream now, right? It is in that style, yeah, but it doesn't work as an emote. It was impossible for me to make that work as an emote. Composer, since you're a Mario Kaizo streamer at times, I was wondering if you are interested in an emote that this is absolutely on me. You don't okay? This is on me. It's just that I made it and nobody, I mean not nobody, but like so I was commissioned for a lewd emote. And the first idea I had, the person said, "No, it kind of makes me a little uncomfortable." So I where is this? Let me see, commissions. So I went and moved into another direction. But I love it. I think this should be someone's emote. I just don't play Kaizo. I will give it to you, composer, if you want it, but if you don't, it's fine. It's okay. Take no offense if you don't want it. Can we turn him around so he works with... Oh, you mean like mirror it? Absolutely, yeah. You think Slubcore might want that? It's practically done. I just have to paint it. It's practically done. It's so good. Dude, I fucking love it. I wish I could have it.